Hello everyone and welcome back to another EV Geek Studio review. He's Sebastian, I'm Joel. This 2023 Mercedes Benz EQE 500 SUV. Whew, that's a mouthful.
I think it's actually EQE SUV 500.
There you go.
With 4MATIC.
With 4MATIC. So yeah, you get what we're saying. So I believe it says EPA 296 miles.
269
miles with a 96 kilowatt hour battery pack. So thank you to the team over there at Mercedes-Benz in Little Rock for letting us borrow this for a few hours. As you can see, weather may not be cooperating with us today, but we're going to try to get this review in. Sebastian, initial thoughts. This is kind of our first time experiencing Mercedes. We haven't talked a lot about them. We haven't driven one of these before. Initial thoughts.
Yeah, so just first off, the Mercedes EVs have a very round look to them. Mm-hmm. Some people love it, some people hate it. You have eyes, you can make your own decision. That said, this one's all black. I think it looks pretty decent, all black. This again, EQE SUV. There's also an EQE sedan. This is kind of the middle child in the lineup. There's the EQB, which is your more base model electric SUV, and then there's the EQS SUV and sedan.
Gotcha.
So excited to check this one out. Like you said, you and I aren't super familiar with Mercedes. Excited to get inside, push all the buttons, see how everything works.
Yep. Not
drive it
very
around a
the
little
software,
bit.
things like that. Yep.
Maybe not as long as we would like to because it is starting to rain.
Yep.
But we're going to soldier on anyway. And so yeah, I think it's time we do the exterior tour.
All right. See you in a bit. All right, Sebastian, give us a quick tour of the EQE 500 SUV.
Yeah, so first off, here's your wheels. These are a 20-inch design. I don't remember what they're called, but these are kind of more of an aero style where you have these like little inserts in them. You can look around front, you see you've got this like big fake grille situation here, big old Mercedes-Benz stars in the grille. This is where your radar and stuff is for the driver's assistance features. You've got, of course, normal headlights, LED, of course, on this. This is a interesting little thing. We'll see if we can figure out how to open it on the inside. If I remember right, this is your windshield wiper fluid fill.
Oh, interesting.
You know the Germans love doing funny things with their wiper fill.
The Germans love doing funny things.
Come over here. You've got door handles. They do auto-present like that. And then you give them a pull to open.
They're illuminated.
And they're backlit.
Yep,
Isn't that
like
fancy?
Yes.
See, it's dark out. We actually get to see stuff like this. Come around back.
And you see some cool taillights too because it's
Come
dark
around
out.
back, you've got this cool light bar that you can actually see because it's dark.
Yep.
And you've got your Mercedes-Benz star. This pops out and has a camera in it, but also you push in on the top of it to activate the power liftgate. And you've got a really decent sized trunk in here. You've got pretty nice carpeting on here. You've got this black
a lot
mat
of carpet in the interior, I'm noticing.
Big bow, just for us.
A present for us.
You got cargo cover. Let's see, any underfloor. Come on, Mercedes.
Oh yeah.
A decent amount of underfloor storage.
Look at that.
Look at that. Pretty nice. Of course, you can close it here. You've got your closer here. You also have a button to lock the car when it closes. Love to see it. And it looks like if you just hit that at any point, yep, it stops.
Oh, it's awesome.
Nice. Come around passenger side. This is where your charge port is. I believe you press it, power open. J1772 plug. Flip this down. You've got your CCS port. This is, I believe, 170 kilowatt peak DC fast charge rate.
I think that's what it said, yes.
96 kilowatt hour battery. I believe Mercedes claims 10 to 80 in right around 30 minutes. Yep. So, which is about average,
it's
about
average.
normal. Let's take a look at the back seat real quick, which you and I haven't looked at yet.
Yes.
You can see this one has the light interior.
So plenty of room.
You got decent leg room in there. You got air vents.
We got two USB-Cs down here.
Got two USB-Cs.
I like how they're covered.
Yep. I'm assuming you got cup holder there in the center armrest.
No.
Oh, wait, pops out front.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, pops out. Oh. No? I thought it would pop out front.
Does it?
It looks like that's a little phone holder.
Yeah.
Maybe it keeps coming out. I don't know.
I can't pull it out anymore, so.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. You can also see this one has the Burmester sound system, and you've got these cool metal grills around. This has ambient lighting all over the place. You can kind of see a peek at it up here in the front before we get in. You've got a big old glass roof, kind of hard to show. There we go, big glass roof. So yeah, I'll let you hop back out and see. Let's look and see if it has a front trunk.
Let's go look, see if it has a front trunk.
So I got to get around to the other side. Based on the fact that the windshield wiper fill is on the outside of the vehicle,
yep,
I'm guessing the answer is no.
The answer is no. Sebastian is saying no to a front trunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. Because I don't even see...
I think it was on the screen, Sebastian.
Oh.
All right, after searching for a bit there, and because of the weather, we could not find the front feature, but you did find something.
Yeah, so didn't find how to open this up, which
Yep.
makes me assume that you're not supposed to open this up.
That's right.
Especially,
We've come across other cars that are like that too.
yeah, but especially because your wiper fluid is right there.
Look at that.
It's a little funnel on the side of the front. That's so interesting.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, otherwise, not a whole lot else to talk about in the front. We can see you got the lights on now, so you can actually see there is a light bar across the front here, in addition to having, of course, your, as we previously mentioned, grille covered in Mercedes stars.
Yep.
All right,
All
it
right,
is now
so we're
raining.
going to head on inside to the car, get out of this rain a little bit, do a full software interior review, driver review, and then we'll come back to Mercedes Benz Little Rock to give you our final thoughts. Stay tuned. We have made it safely inside the Mercedes EQE 500. Sebastian, give us a quick little tour.
Yeah, so...
Or it might not be so quick, because we're going to be figuring out this stuff along with y'all today.
You have not subscribed to this service. To use it, you first have to activate the service in the Mercedes Me app.
So you said you said the wake word, which is just Mercedes.
Oh, I said the M word, which wakes the car up. Sorry, we cannot say the M word while we're inside.
So
here.
this is the M word EQE
Yeah.
500 SUV.
Yes.
Anyway, so just first off, seats are comfortable.
Yep.
Obviously, you would expect that to be. I love this white interior, dude.
Yeah, we don't drive many cars with this interior like this.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla does them, and
Yep.
really, you don't see that many other white interiors.
This is a whole lot nicer than Tesla, though.
Oh yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Ambient lighting everywhere.
They have figured out ambient lighting because
It's all over the
bright
door,
and
the
it's
dash.
nice and it's everywhere. Up here, you're talking in the back seat.
It's in the air vents.
It's in the air vents. It's
And
down here.
This is cool.
Yes.
We're just gonna go ahead and show this off. When you adjust the temperature, if you point it in front of you, when you go up to make it warmer,
It gets red.
it gets a little red, and you can see it's even red on the floor
Yep.
when it does it. And if you go down to make it cooler, it flashes blue,
Yep.
which is so extra.
Yes, it's extra, but it's cool.
I love it.
Yes.
Let's keep looking around. So you've got big tunnel screen here. I believe, I can't remember if you can get the hyper screen of these. It also adds a passenger display. I know you can on the EQS. I can't remember EQE. You got driver instrument screen, of course. You have big glass roof, and it opens, and it has a shade. Let me see if I remember how to do it. That one? Nope. Nope. Wrong one. Wrong way. That should be closed. There we go.
So interesting, the shade is transparent.
Yeah, the
Or
shade is
translucent.
not like a hard material.
No.
You can actually still get light through it, which I actually really like. It'll
Yeah.
cut the heat, but keep some of the daylight in,
Yeah.
which is nice. We'll keep it closed for a little while
Yeah.
until we start driving again.
Yep.
And yeah, you've got this wood on the dash, which that is wood.
That's wood. Nice leather, soft leather up top here.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you touch feels nice, which is the
Yes.
Mercedes. You would
Yep.
expect that.
Yep. Carpet, like around the bottom down here is carpeted. It's all carpeted out
Yeah,
here.
and if you go ahead and look, you also have, you mentioned this earlier, a big old storage pocket
With
here
two
that has like
USB-Cs.
USB-Cs and a strap in it. You've got center console, press that to open it. It's got some paper in it right now, but
Yep.
it's pretty deep.
Yep.
We'll pop that closed. You have this pocket here, slides that open. You've got your cup holders.
And more two USB-C.
You've got two USB-C ports, your wireless phone charger here, and this is my key battery's dead and I need to start the car
Gotcha.
location. Good to know. Oh,
And that pops out.
you can take that out.
Look at that.
Look at that. And you can roll those out of the way too, so you have a bigger pocket. And wow, look at that! I'm easily entertained. Pop it up, closes itself.
A lot of piano
this
black.
is piano black, which
A lot of piano black.
And there's a lot of piano black on the doors too.
What do we have over here?
Yeah, so you've got your heated seats, you've got your memory seats, you've got your seat controls, which those are interesting. Those are capacitive.
Yeah,
They
so
do
you
not
just touch this button here, and it does it for you.
Yeah, they don't actually like move.
Yeah.
You also have your lock unlock, of course, as expected. You can see again another Burmester sound system. Speaker grill.
Yep. I love this
Easter egg
speaker.
I just noticed. Look at the bottom of the windshield. How it has like Mercedes written on it.
Don't you said the M word.
It
Yes,
doesn't
it
wake
does.
up though. So
It's hard to see, but it is written down there in black, so yes.
anyway, kind of neat.
Yep.
No digital mirror.
Nope.
It is auto dimming, of course. It feels like garage door openers on the bottom
Yep.
of it. Nice. Let's look at infotainment.
Yep.
So this is new for both of us,
Yes.
and it's pretty interesting. We'll kind of look here. You have some hard, I say hard loosely, you have some hard buttons here at the bottom to do things like this is your drive mode selector, so you can kind of press in on it and you can switch through, so you can go eco, off-road.
Because you know you're going to take this off-road.
Oh yeah, comfort, sport, and individual. I'll go back into comfort for now. You can hit this button, you pull up your cameras. And so you can swipe around and look around here. Voila. It looks like they're pretty good quality.
Yeah.
You can also come in here and do like front camera image, rear camera, look at the side of the car.
That's cool.
Other side. You can go back into auto.
You have a parking.
It's pretty cool. You can also save GPS position so that it will automatically pull the camera up if you come here again. So like if you know you park in a tight spot fairly frequently, then you tell it, I want it to automatically pull up the parking cameras before I do
you have to
it.
park in a parking garage on a daily basis, things like that.
You come here, parking assistance, and it'll do auto parking stuff, which is nice. We'll go back home. You also have this button here for EQ. It pulls up this EQ menu here on the top corner, which you can kind of flip through here and see various things. So you can do some routing with it. It'll give you range, and it gives you suggestions like if we restrict interior functions, we could gain 1 mile of range. And what that does is it turns off the screen, turns off the ambient lighting.
And you get an extra mile.
And you get an extra mile.
Same thing. You need that extra mile to get somewhere.
You can do some eco driving functions. You can restrict like the massage seats. You can also restrict climate control. And you could gain a total of 4 miles, it says. Go into charging. And you can see right now we are at 46% state charge. It's saying 140 miles. And it's showing us right now if we plugged into a DC fast charger, we would get 114 kilowatts of energy. And you can actually hit this high voltage battery temp control. And I believe if you hit it, you can just turn it on or off whether or not you want it to precondition.
So that would be your preconditioning button right there.
Well, that's on route.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
You can also come in here to open up the charge port from here, whatever. You can also do eco charging, which will automatically, you see, set it to 80% max, and it limited it to 100 kilowatts.
Charging pause. Interesting.
So you can stop the charge.
Gotcha.
That would be good for like a time of use program type situation.
Yep. If you want to cut off at 6 o'clock in the morning, it cuts off at 6. Yep.
And you have more options here about eco charging as well. You can come in here too. You can see your consumption on a graph. From start, we're at 1,770 watt hours per mile, which seems aggressive.
Yep.
And settings. So this is your navigation settings for route options, satellite map, etc., and how you want it to, if you want it to talk or not. Go back home. This vehicle will do route planning. However, I believe since we are not like an owner and it's not registered or anything, it wasn't doing it when we tried it earlier. But you have this kind of map view. I will show. So we're in Little Rock. We don't have anything cool and fancy around here. But like if I type in Austin, Texas, because I thought this was neat, you can see it actually does like a 3D view and shows the buildings and stuff. So that's pretty neat.
And it shows you charging.
So, you know, we don't ever get anything cool like that here. But if you live in a cool place,
all that.
you get some of that. Anyway, I don't
so you
actually.
can tap on one of these and it will tell you about the charging. Will
Let's see.
Yep, it will. Frost Bank.
There you go.
Interesting.
So cool. I'm going to close out because I don't actually want to go to Austin right now. We will hit center. You have some quick keys here. So you have your media. You can connect your device. You can open the trunk from here and you have a little introduction. You can hit home and it gets you into your app menu. This is EQ. Again, this is kind of where we were. This is your more big charging menu. So you can set up, you can see again, range, consumption, all that. Go back. You have apps. So this is the Mercedes Me, so that's the name of the app service and all that. You have a web browser in here, which is interesting. You can come in here and it does want data. Yep. You can use Bluetooth from your phone, it says. That actually looked like I'm gonna open that again. That looks like Chrome.
Yep.
Cool. Come in here. You also see in here you have beginner driver mode, valet mode, and a gallery. You have your vehicle settings. Tons of options in here. So this has all the driver's assistance features you would expect it to have. You've got adaptive cruise, active lane changing, manual and automatic initiation.
Oh, cool.
Neat. Downhill, active steer assist, all that. You have all the collision avoidance you expect. You have traffic sign assist. You have the camera features we talked about before. You have parking features. You can come in here, vehicle. You can turn on or off sound experience, and you can turn it off. You can independently change, do you want it to do the fake sounds inside and outside? Yeah. So you can have it make noise outside, but not inside.
Sound system on this car, very impressive.
Yes, sounds pretty dang good.
Very impressive.
You got snow chain, you can turn on or off creep, love that. You have car wash mode, obvious, of course. Let's see here, easy entry exit, roof roller. Okay, so that's, I guess, if you don't want to fiddle with that, you can do it from here. Belt adjustment, so you notice this. it like yanks the seatbelt
Yeah,
when you get in.
as soon as you put the seatbelt on, put it in drive, it kind of gives you a little tug like you're on an amusement
All
park
your
ride.
alarms set. Ooh. Please reserve. It will automatically take.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Its own little, yeah.
It's not
collision
quite
phone.
a dash cam.
Yeah.
But neat. You can also have it come up and ask you what drive mode you want to be when you turn the car on.
Okay.
So if you can make that decision on the fly. Tons of lighting stuff. It says dynamic low beams, daytime running lights, projections. It also says it will project information onto the road surface, which it's not dark enough for us to see that, but I would love to. So it says it'll do like spotlight, warnings, alerts, etc. You have your locator lighting. You have ambient light, which we talked about a little bit before. You can go in here, you can just set a monochrome. So now I just set it all to yellow. Change it to red, whatever. Golly, that's bright.
It is.
You can also come in here multicolor and set up and have it do like various animations and displays.
Yep. And you see going from light to.
You can also have it set to change based on like driving style and the energy you use. So like right now it's off because we're not moving.
Yep.
You can come in here and you can set brightness individually.
It's the whole way up too. Yep.
You can set all the effects that you would want possibly. Like, do you want it to come up and greet you, or when you use voice assistant, or while you're charging? You can come up and say, do you want it to warn you for blind spot? Like, it uses the ambient lighting in a very smart way.
Yep.
Let's go back. I think that's all I have in here. Oh yeah, you've got your seat menu. This is a interesting thing. We'll talk about it a little bit. So, hey, seat kinetics. This is your massage.
Yep.
You can come in here. You can change what kind of massage.
Is it just driver?
No, driver and passenger.
Oh, I didn't see it over there. Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
I'll give you one. I know you want one.
Yep.
You
been
come
a
in
long
your heat
morning.
settings.
Oh, there we go.
So this is, you can change the balance of the heated seat. So do you want more top, more bottom, etc.
Something we don't see a lot of.
You can also turn on and off your additional steering wheel. This feature is hilarious. I am 6 foot tall. I currently, and I'm going to regret doing this, I already know. I currently have a seat in a spot that I would be comfortable driving.
So I think
as a 6 foot tall
I think I
person.
put it as like 5'6".
Okay. So I have it set to 6 foot tall. Let's see what the car thinks is a comfortable seat position for a 6 foot tall individual.
You're pretty high up there, Sebastian.
Pretty high up there. Not a lot of headroom here.
You're hitting the headroom. Yep.
It did automatically extend. It does have 5 bolsters,
Yep.
which is nice. And yeah, this is not right. So I was like, okay, so I'll lie. I'll tell it I'm a little taller. Let's say
This is
I'm
funny.
6'6". It still wants you up high and it just pulls you back.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It does adjust the steering wheel too. I noticed too.
I'd be curious. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know if this maybe works for better people that have maybe more even proportions or whatever.
Yes.
It's not quite, I think we saw Genesis did this.
Yep.
But on the Genesis, it did more of a automatic. It was like using like actual like sensors. It felt
I
like.
think I put you at 5'7"
Oh,
or
thank you.
5'6".
Joel, you're having too much fun with this. I just
I
need
am.
you to know.
Maybe not. You're still kind of high.
So anyway,
You can manually fix it over there. Yes.
I'm going to be doing this for a while.
Yes. And you can do
Well,
reset.
Joel, show them off some other stuff on there while I get my seat back in
so
position.
you also have the heating, like he showed you the heating settings. We go back to the menu here. Back to the menu. Interior projection, look at that. Tow away alarm, all settings.
Yeah, and you can swipe over here and you get a quick button for car wash mode and some quick buttons for your driver's assistant.
Just another
as well.
way to show it, yes.
Yep. You can come up here too. You have favorites. You can set up favorites. And you can set, you see notifications. I'm curious, what all can you add as a favorite? Radio, media, navigation, comfort, info. Now I have charging menu straight there, although you can also just do that. Vehicle and system, apps.
So, home.
Interesting. And I'm assuming, yeah, that's where we already were. Cool. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Let's look at this. So you're
passing
going
the
to
baton
pass
to
this to me, and I'm going to do my best. There's a lot of buttons here. So this is interesting. Everything on this side of the steering wheel controls that screen, and everything on this side of the steering wheel controls this screen. And I only say that's interesting because I can like hit home here and pull the menu up, and then I can like swipe through the apps from here.
So if you're someone who does like fingerprints on the screen.
Honestly, we actually didn't even finish this. We got distracted.
Oh yeah.
If I go comfort, let me give that back to you. Okay, we were actually there. Hold on. Where did we stop? We stopped. That was the last thing we did.
Phone.
We have phone, radio, media. This is your off-road menu, which is so funny. I don't ever see any people actually off-roading this vehicle, but maybe I'm wrong. It gives you your degree tilt incline, your steer ratio or steering degree.
Yep.
You can come in here, you can swipe this to tire pressure, tire temperature, your GPS position, shows you a compass, elevation. You have quick toggles here to turn off traction control and do dynamic speed reduction, because I'm sure that gets used a lot in
Yes.
EQE. You can come over here, you have info, and you can see I'm currently hitting the brake. It says at 13%, 100%. It'll show you how hard you're hitting the accelerator. It shows you again tilt incline. You can hit this, it'll show you a little energy flow as you drive around.
If you're a data nerd like that stuff.
If you're a data nerd and you like that stuff.
Sebastian's a data nerd.
And then you also have a button here for smartphone to set up stuff like set up new phones, connect new phones, and your CarPlay. This does do CarPlay. Worked pretty well.
Yep,
Takes
it
up
did.
this whole top
It's
part of the
nice. It
screen.
actually had 3
It's
rows.
nice. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, now we'll go back
Now I'm
over
going to
here.
pass it to you, yes. I'm going to enjoy the massage seats while you do that.
Okay, so you can see right now we kind of have it on a display that shows our gauge cluster, our power meter, and a map in the middle. And you can actually control all that from here. If I hit home, you'll see it gives me a lot of options. So I can set a classic, sport, understated, navigation, assistance, off-road, and service. So we'll just start back over at understated. Understated is very simple. You can see right now it has our speedometer here on the left. It only shows us what we're kind of close to. You get a big clock on the right.
We need a clock, yes.
You have a digital speedo at the top and nothing in the middle. And I, for some reason, started whispering because it's so understated.
Yes. It's very calming.
You can see too, it says we have 140 miles of range, and if we do everything right and do all the eco suggestions, we have 144
We get
miles
more
of
miles
range.
of range. Yes, that's awesome.
Okay, I'll stop whispering,
Yes.
and we're going to go to
Sport
mode. Just kidding, we're not going to yell the whole time. Now you can see you have a power meter here on the left. You have like a G-force meter on the right. I don't know, or in the center. I don't know what it does on
We'll
the
have to
right.
see when we start driving, yeah.
It says if we drive like an absolute monster, we actually only have 86 miles of range. And then it still says, 140. Not a whole lot else
So
you
the
can do
range is
here, too.
86 to 144. That's a huge range on
Yeah.
how you drive.
Not a huge amount else you can do
Yeah.
here. Switch it back
You have it
over to
under
classic.
normal recuperation too.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yep.
Go back over to classic. So here right now we have a map. I can swipe. Now we have our trip computer. From start, from reset, eco display, range, again, 86 to 144. Consumption, attention assist, media, map. Come over, you can also just do big boy full screen navigation, and now the scroll wheel is your zoom. So I can actually zoom out from here.
Speed on top, yep.
Come over here, you get your driver's assistance view. So right now we're not driving, so it just shows the EQE just sitting there, but it'll show cars around you, lane lines, etc.
You can actually put destinations in. Cool.
Got your off-road menu, because, again, everyone's taking these things off-road, where you get your tilt and all that jazz.
There's a lot going on, and that's great.
There's a lot going on. And service, which just currently will show you tire pressure, and it will show you any morning alerts that it has, and Assist Plus Service A2 in 413 days, but Assist has a Y in it, and I don't know if that's just a Mercedes thing, or if someone misspelled the word assist.
Or if they call it Assist Plus, and that's their trademark.
Maybe.
Yep.
And we'll zoom back out here. You can see this is also, has your driver's assistance buttons here. You have these paddles here, which I believe, if I was a guessing man, about to learn on the fly. Back to classic. I believe if I hit plus paddle, see if you have to be in drive. It changes your recuperation level, although the plus sign went to no.
Yep.
And the minus sign, there you go, strong. You can also see you have your wiper stalk here with your turn signals, whatever.
This is push to start too.
Pretty nice. Has a push button start. It does tell you when you get out, if you lock the car, it'll just turn off. So
Okay.
you don't have to turn it off, but you do have to turn it on. Again, you've got these air vents. You can see they have a light on the inside of them. You like twist the middle to turn them on and off.
Very Blazer.
Kind of, yeah. Definitely nicer.
Yeah, it's definitely nicer.
Definitely nicer.
Yeah.
As Joel mentioned, you've got your door controls here that are capacitive touch, heated seat control, driver's seat memory, got 4 window switches, window lockout, power fold mirrors. You have a trunk release button all the way down there. You have your light control and your parking brake. Hand that back over to you. Anything else we want to look at before we drive?
We're going to get out of this parking lot and give you our driving review, so we will see you in a bit. We are finally behind the wheel of the Mercedes EQE 500 SUV. Mouthful.
With 4MATIC.
With 4MATIC. Once again, shout out to the team over at Mercedes of Little Rock here, Mercedes Benz of Little Rock, for letting us borrow this puppy. Not a lot of EVs in stock at Mercedes right now. So I'm glad we were able to get this one. Actually, the other one we were looking at, I actually believe it's almost sold, so that's why we're in this one today. All right, so first thing we noticed driving, and I noticed driving over to the parking lot, rear wheel steering.
Yes, it has rear wheel steering, and it's pretty aggressive.
Yes.
It turns tight.
Yep.
I've been driving as a filming. I've been driving a Silverado EV all around, and it has rear wheel steering, and I mean it turns way tighter than it should for it to be a vehicle that size. But getting in here and just like it still threw me for a loop a little bit of just like, oh wait, that's like legitimately good.
Yep.
Also, I mean, I would expect suspension to feel pretty good on this, and it does, at least on the little bit of city driving we've done so far.
And as you can
I can see we have some wonderful holes up here we're about to go through.
These are Little Rock streets, so you never know what you're going to.
And it sprinkled a little bit, and so now
It's actually the first time I think we've done a review, and it's actually
stopped raining.
Rained, or we've actually used wipers for. Oh, so the massage sheets are not really massaging; it's more of a movement of the seat. So mine is on right now.
So I guess it maybe helps keep you from just like your joints from getting stiff.
It's not like a pulsating massage. Right. It's more like the seat moves. And
so I've got it in the strong recuperation setting right now, and it feels pretty good.
Yep.
It does kind of feel like it wants to roll a little bit more from here before it finally grabs the brakes. It gets down to like 3 and rolls a little bit. We'll take it nice and easy. I'm not going to do anything crazy because it's not my car.
So currently on the driver's display, you have the map. The map. See, that's where we're still so nice.
That is, I mean, it turns like a much smaller vehicle.
Yes.
And this isn't even that big of a car.
It's very round. Like you said, it's very round.
This is just right off the bat, power delivery feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy, but just like it's still like you could tell it was pulling hard just at like half throttle. That's not bad at all.
You can see, look at that ambient lighting just shining here.
You can see it's like white in the middle, and
it just changes colors as we do stuff. Ooh, look at
that feels good, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
This is tuned very well.
And this is not the AMG.
No.
There is an AMG version.
Yep.
All right, let's see if Sebastian can figure out how to operate driver's assistance features in a German car part like 7. I'm gonna hit on. Okay, that seems like a right step. I'm gonna hit set. Oh, 66. It's set showing me.
Oh,
auto lane changing.
Look at that. You figured it out.
That was the easiest it's been.
Yes.
All right, I want to see. It's telling me hands on. I'm just trying to see if this is a capacitive wheel or not. Okay.
Oh, it's
capacitive wheel.
That's what we like.
Nice.
We don't have to do the herky jerky.
And we're about to go around a corner. It's sprinkling a little bit. This is not the best situation for a driver's assistance feature.
But it works.
But it seems to be doing a solid job.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, and it just immediately right off the bat was like, okay, you need to be in the middle lane. You don't need to ride the right lane. And got over, and it did it pretty quick.
Yep.
Okay, it wants some pretty firm pressure for a capacitive wheel. It's not as sensitive as some where you can literally just rest your hand. Because I had my hand on it the whole time, and it was still prompting me. You can see now we've got some like red lighting in here.
It's changing colors. I like it.
Yeah, I'm liking this semi lighting. Yeah, okay.
Because usually when we get in cars, we can't see it. That's what, and we know
it's actually somewhat dark outside.
And we have it on its brightest setting too, as well.
Yep.
We noticed that about all the Mercedes Benz when we were looking at them in the dealership. They all have very aggressive.
It's about to do an auto lane change. I love that it gives you a little audible prompt, telling you that it's going to do that. This GM stuff vibrates the seat, which is nice, but I do appreciate that you get some sort of messaging that it's doing it.
Yep.
And I mean, and it does it quick. It doesn't mosey around. It's keeping us pretty well centered in the lane.
I don't feel the ping pong motion.
No, this is doing a really good job. And it's fairly quiet out here. The road's wet, so that's going to hinder it a little bit.
Yep.
There's some water noise around, but it's not bad.
Nope.
Suspension feels pretty comfortable. Seats are comfortable. Big glass roof. Nice, love to have it. And let's see. I'm assuming if I just tap a turn signal, it will.
Well, we'll go over for you.
Lane change to the right. There it goes.
Okay, there you go.
Lane change canceled. Oh, it probably can't see lane lines. If you look at that with your camera.
We're gonna be, if you look up there, we're getting a big glare off the road. It's hard to see the.
Yeah, so that's probably not the car's fault.
It's weather's fault.
It's weather's fault. But yeah, I mean, and not trying to do anything too stupid because the road is wet, but it still picks up.
Yep.
Like even at 70 miles an hour, like it still.
It's not a throw you.
No, but it still has plenty of power. Which I mean, most EVs have plenty of power, but you know, it's good to feel. Really like that I was able to figure out the driver's distance that fast. I usually have such a hard time on these German cars figuring out.
I don't know. When I did the ID4, I think I ever did figure it out there.
Or the ID Buzz, and like the Porsches we drove were it's confusing.
Yes.
And,
but I'm glad the Mercedes made it very easy.
So this suffers from the same